Welcome to Brough Sowerby. Today I'm bringing to the market a fantastic home which sits in a superb plot in a fantastic rural yet accessible location. Now I'm stood at the end of the garden today because here we've got the most incredible views across the fells. Not sure if you can make out in the distance behind me here, but we've got the very popular 9 standards and we've got some fantastic dramatic backdrop at the end of the garden. The home itself sits just behind me and you can see all of this garden space is included, and then we have Sowerby Lodge which sits right at the bottom there. Now this is a fantastic opportunity. It's a 4-bedroomed home with a large amount of reception space. The spaces themselves are very flexible. You've got some incredible features throughout and some really great proportions. We've got wonderful gardens as you've just seen behind me, but we've also got ample parking. We've got gardens to the front and side, and we sit just a short distance away from the A66, so you're in a really accessible location. You're close to Brough, you're close to Kirkby Stephen, you've got a small number of neighbours here, but what you have is a home that's absolutely beautiful. And as we go inside you'll start to see what I mean. There's lots of oak, there's lots of wood, there is some fantastic wonderful living spaces which you'll see as we go through. It really is quite incredible, this home. So I'm going to spin you around, show you the street scene first of all, then we're going to go into Sowerby Lodge and I'll show you a little bit more. So this is the approach which leads to only a small number of properties. We've got about 3 or 4 houses at the end of this lane here. So as I spin the camera around, this is the lane that we've just driven up towards, and that leads up and gives us really easy access towards Brough and Kirkby Stephen. As I spin the camera around, this area here all to the side of the property is all the garden, which you've seen some of the garden to the rear, but this is the garden to the side here. You can see there's great space for washing line there, and you've got a nice amount of trees. And then as we come round you'll see the space really open up. So this is a fantastic place because you've got so much parking here. The space that's allocated to Sowerby Lodge is this large gravel parking area here, so you've got parking there for, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 cars. You've got a huge amount. There are other properties within the development here. So next to Sowerby Lodge we've got a couple of cottages, and behind there you'll see when we go up into the garden again that there is another property to the back as well. So you've got a nice little collection of residential homes here. Now it stands very proudly. It's got some history and it's got some fantastic features. So we've got the parking as you can see here. As we come along, just to explain what you actually buy in here, we've got all of this property that you can see. So to the blue door we've then got the next window, and we've got the next 2 windows with the door there as well. Then we go into the end 2 cottages which have been sold by separate negotiation. So looking at the picture right now, everything that you can see there is included with Sowerby Lodge. So it's a really substantial house, and you've got a great amount of reception room space in sort of to complement the bedroom space as well. So let's go and have a little look. There is a doorway, as you can see, the blue doorway that'll take us into the kitchen, but I'm just going to take us in through the side door at the moment because I think this is the one that the owners have previously used as their front door. Makes sense as it's attached to the parking area. Now the home is currently vacant, so it's offered with no onward chain, and the owners are just putting a few renovation finishing touches to it. So you'll see some evidence of paintwork as we go around, but they're doing that work as we speak. So this is one of the sitting rooms. As you can see here, we've got lovely views out, large windows looking down towards the lane and out onto the front there. We've got an open fire and ample space for some furniture. Coming back into the hallway, you see that staircase from a better angle, and then coming through into a dining room. This is where we've got a little bit of painting still going ahead. You've got a great dining room space, or it could be a snug. There's plenty of space in here for a large table with that fireplace feature as well. Then coming through into the kitchen, we've got a lovely farmhouse style kitchen with that great chimney breast there, giving a real sense of feature to the space. Light filled rooms, plenty of height, and this was the blue door that you saw at the beginning of the internal tour. So a really good size dining kitchen as well. Now it doesn't just stop there. What we've also got is a utility space which has access through to the back garden, and then we've got a space which is really quite incredible. Just pulling round to the right hand side, we've got a barrel vault. Now this is really quite unique. It's so quirky. Plenty of space in here for you to store your wine bottles, Just look at this feature here, it's beautiful. And this leads to another reception room on the ground floor. So this is a great room which can be accessed externally. My thoughts are that this is, if you're looking for a working from home space, maybe where you can have office space if you wanted somebody to come and visit you, maybe have a salon, maybe have it for a teenager or an elderly relative. You've got loads of space here with that external access, or you just have it as another reception room space. And it's accessed from this barrel vaulted tunnel, which leads back into the utility space. So that's the ground floor. We've got 3 reception rooms, a kitchen and a utility room, which is absolutely super. And now we're going to go upstairs. So we're going to go up, back into the hallway, and up the stairs, where we've got a number of bedrooms. Now, we're arranged on lots of different levels here, so I'm going to take you to the left-hand side first of all, where we have a family bathroom, which has got a shower, a great bath. It's a really good size for the family bathroom. Across, we've got another bedroom here, and these bedrooms also have views out across the garden space to the fells there. We're going to go out and look at the garden spaces again towards the end of the video. Then coming across the other side of the hallway, we've got another small staircase, which brings us up into bedroom number 2, which is another double room. You can see we've got beamed features, we've got a picture rail, we've got another really large window and a shower room. And then along the landing, we've got some wooden doors there, those leading to storage spaces. Bedroom number 3 on my right. And then we're coming into an amazing space. So this is the heart of the home, and this is what makes this home really quite special. We've got a lounge here that has got the most beautiful beamed ceiling and incredible fireplace with wood burning stove. We've also got a mezzanine level dining area or a snug, so that's access up the stairs. We'll just go up there and have a look down, but this space just makes this home really stand out from the crowd. It's absolutely beautiful and it's such a great size. So as you come up the staircase, you can see here this would make a great dining room. You've got plenty of head height, and if you look down onto that lounge space, this is absolutely beautiful. And there's a little bit more as well. So if we just keep on going back through the lounge, we've got doors here that take us into and down a couple of steps into a super garden room, which gives us access out onto the garden to the rear. So you've got yet another reception room space. So we're going to go out here and have a look at the garden in the next part of the video. So then coming out of these doors into the garden space, which is extensive. So you saw the extent to it at the beginning of the garden, at the beginning of the video. But what we've got here is a low maintenance terraced area arranged over a couple of levels and steps that go down into the door to the left there, which is a door into the utility room. But these gardens are absolutely beautiful. You do have neighbouring properties, as we've mentioned at the start of the video. So we've got a couple of cottages here and we've got a bungalow to the rear, but it's worth mentioning that all the properties have been arranged so they all sit very privately and none of them impact on each other. So this is a really private garden with a lovely terrace. It's a complete sun trap, and as we walk up the lawn you can see it levels out at a section. So I mean, if you're looking at maybe putting in a tennis court or something similar, you've got a nice space up here that's really flat. And then as we get up to the top of the garden, that view across the fells is starting to come into view. It can be enjoyed from many of the rooms in the house, the views in both directions, and it's a location which is absolutely super because you're close to all the amenities at Kirkby Stephen and Brough. You're close to the A66, but you really do feel like you're in the middle of nowhere, because if we just pan around you can just see we've got the collection of houses but absolutely nothing else. So this is Sowerby Lodge. So as you've seen, Sowerby Lodge is a spectacular semi-detached home. It sits at the end of the row and has got 4 bedrooms, about 4 or 5 reception room spaces, but all of them are very flexible. So depending on what you're looking for, this could work on a variety of different levels. The garden spaces are extensive, the parking area is proportionate to the size of the house. You've got fantastic outdoor space, but you've got some spaces inside which are absolutely beautiful. So that lounge on the first floor with the beam ceiling with the feature fireplace, and then the garden room that comes out into the garden space, and the bedrooms with the bathrooms. Honestly, this is a superb property. So if you'd like more information on this wonderful home, please give us a call, 01768 881111, and we'd love to give you some more information.